Okay, so I'm going back and forth with the client,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the topic is in-service rollovers.
Got it.
Step 1, questions around that.
Okay.
Leading into, how do I take this in-service rollover into a Roth conversion?
Okay.
So multi-steps here.
Yep. Multi-step. I will maybe just set everybody up here. So an in-service rollover is not always allowed. Don't get mad at the people on the phone. It's not always allowed. It's the plan provider and what your employer decided to do when they set up the plan. And it often has to do with you having some kind of a match or a vesting period. They don't want you taking money before you were supposed to get it. An in-service rollover is where you are working at your, let's say you work at Target, right? And you're enjoying your role or whatever, but you want to roll over money to an IRA, leave the plan to some degree, and move it to an IRA. That's called an in-service rollover.
And what will be the benefit of moving some of that money over?
I always, for me, now this is me because of what we do.
Because it's you.
Yeah, just because of what we do, but I want choices. I hate the idea that there's this little menu of choices and 50% of them are target date funds. I want to do my own thing, moving it to an IRA. You want me to keep naming other?
That's
what you
pretty
were hoping.
significant.
That's what you were hoping for?
Yeah, the options.
Maybe
when you
you're
move
a
it.
first-time home buyer, you need a $10,000, maybe you have medical expenses, your kid's disabled, maybe, you're going to convert the money. Throwing ideas out there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How about the tax implications of that? Because there was some, I wouldn't say confusion.
Yeah,
that, but
in-service rollover is just like a rollover. The only difference is you're still working. So if you are not working and you roll over, you pay no tax. To an IRA, that's probably where a little confusion comes in. So there's no difference.
So the next step is when we roll that over, the in-service rollover, now we want to move it to a Roth.
We don't have to, right?
We don't have
This
to.
person wanted to, is what you're saying.
He wanted to.
Okay.
He was like, hey, I want to do this. He was younger, right? We talk a lot about Roths here. He wanted that growth.
Got it.
Right? And so it was a significant amount. And I'm like, hey, time out. Like, we're not going to do all of that in one shot.
Yep.
So let's talk about the taxes on that.
Well, do you want to talk about it? Or I feel like I'm being quizzed. I like this. It's like a game show.
Okay, well then go ahead.
Okay, sir. So if you decide to move it, if you decide to move it from an IRA to a Roth, it counts as income, and that's it. There's no penalty by doing that either. So a lot of people think, I do a rollover. I'm 40 years old. I get it to an IRA, but I really want it in a Roth. They think there's that 10% penalty. Remember, the 10% penalty is only if you put your little paws on the money. If you take it, go to spend it or buy a car or whatever, that's where that comes in. If you convert it to a Roth, then it gets treated as income. It sounds like this was a lot of money. If the person made, $50,000 in salary or whatever, and then they converted $50,000, it's as if you went to work and earned the $50,000.
Yeah, so
taxable.
In theory, taxing $100,000 that year.
Yeah, without anything. Yeah. Now, is that bad? You know what I mean? Like if this person's 30 years old, I still wouldn't convert it all in 1 year, but I mean, we're essentially paying a lower tax now on a smaller amount that's going to grow into something.
We're actually doing this in stages.
Good.
Yeah. Good.